Warning, stay out the teacher's lounge. When you first start teaching, everyone welcomes you with open arms. Beware of that. From my experience working in the field, a lot of teachers will try to be helpful, but a lot of teachers like to become the principal's favorite pet. I have had teachers pretend to be my teacher friend just to either gain knowledge from me, which I don't mind sharing knowledge if I'm teaching something and my kids are learning and they're growing from it, and maybe their students are not, I do not mind sharing at all. But they will steal your ideas and pretend like it was them who was being creative. Um, they try to move up in the teaching field by basically telling on other teachers, and they just want to be, I guess, considered the favorites, because you will get a formal, and your formal is observation. Here where I teach, it is sent to the state. So you always want to make sure that you get great observations, formal observations. So if you do want to advance um, in the field, you can. You may want to become a coach for teachers, mentor, principal. It's just a lot of areas where you can advance in the profession of education. Um, so I just learned how to kind of tend to myself when they start gossiping about students or gossiping about other staff members. I walk away from it because they will drag you in it and say that you said things that you did not say. Now, on the flip side of that, I have used that to my advantage. Um, we may have had a conference, teacher conference, and I have had teachers and say, "What do you think about that? Blah 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 blah." And always have been a respectful person. Um, some things that I may think in my mind, I don't say because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. But some of the changes that happens at school or policies or whatever they're asking us to do in these teacher meetings, some of them I agree with and some of them I do not agree with. So instead of me um, trying to sound as if I'm trying to argue with my principal or just go against everything that they say, I kind of tell the teachers that I know that's going to go back and repeat what I said. And normally, when they go back and repeat what I said, they add a little extra to it. But that is my way of basically just saying this is dumb. It's just stupid. And I'm just going to be like, why do we have to do this? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But of course, you're not going to go to your principal and say, this doesn't make any sense. Why do we have to do this? Or this is dumb or this is stupid? Because you will get put on that list that, you don't want to get put on. So you kind of sometimes just bite your tongue a little bit and just hold back. But I have used teachers to my advantage that I know that loves to run and go tell and go gossip. I would use them to say what I could not say to the principal. So you can use that for a way to not be disrespectful if you choose to. Look clever to me, but So I just want to share that if you are a teacher, be a new teacher, be mindful that everyone is not out for your best interest. If you do find a teacher, because I have a teacher friend that I love dearly, she loves me. We support each other. She shared resources with me. I share resources with her. I could tell her something, and once I tell her, I don't hear it again. Then I have some that smile in my face, and soon as I turn my back, they're either texting the principal, telling the principal what I said, calling the principal over the telephone, telling what I've said, or they're going to the office, running to the office to tell what I said. Back in the old days, I guess they say those backstabbers. So just be mindful. Go in, always be professional. Once you start getting comfortable, just observe people. I teach my own kids, observe people first before you just go in and start trusting, because a lot of them are not out for it, especially if you are a wonderful teacher. Now, if you are a wonderful teacher, you are competition. And some teachers don't like competition. They like the spotlight to always shine on them. So just be mindful of that. Always do your best, do what you do, but just be mindful of other teachers who can become a little jealous of what you got going on. If you like content like this, please subscribe and like to the channel, and please watch the next video.